Hi, I'm Miles.
I'm Greg.
And we're here from Little Wars TV with a bit of a public service announcements for some upcoming wargaming events.
Yes, there are a number of big conventions that are coming up in the next few months, and conventions, as we were discussing at our club tonight, gaming. If you don't have a club, it's really the only way to go out and meet other gamers.
Well, it's a way, one, you can get a lot of games in an efficient way.
Right.
And paradoxically, my first few conventions is how I met people in my region who game, because it's one of the few areas we all kind of congregate, so you can meet a lot of other people with similar interests. So if you've never gone to a convention, I really suggest you take a look and take a chance to go to one. I think it's time well spent.
Yep, and there are 5 big ones that are coming up. All of them have a little bit of a different flavor and a different focus to them, and why don't you kick off the first one?
And again, this is a list that's more Mid-Atlantic focused, because that's where we are. I'd encourage you, if you're not in the Mid-Atlantic region, one, to consider moving here because it's great to live. But secondly, is look in your area. There's lots of conventions. Some are 50 people, some are 100, some are 1,000, 2,000. First one coming up is actually a relatively new one. It's the second time they're holding it. It's called Scrum Con. It's going to be held this February 29th in Silver Spring, Maryland. Both Tony and I will be there. I'll be running a game, a Flames of War game with a bit of a twist. I won't spoil it. But it's a nice convention if you're going. It's relatively small, new, run by a bunch of great guys, and I'm really looking forward to going to it.
Yeah, and I know ScrumCon is a little bit more pitched to role-playing games and a little less toward historical games, which is fine, because if you're into historical games, one of your next opportunities will be to go to Cold Wars, the next major HMGS East convention. Cold Wars this year is going to be in Lancaster at the Host. It's March 12th to 15th, and lots of guys from our club are going to be there.
Yeah, I'll be there, and I'm looking forward to going. I don't think I'll be running a game. I'll actually be a civilian.
Yeah, maybe playing in a game.
And looking forward to that.
Yeah, another really interesting historical option that you have coming up is going to be the beginning of April 2nd to 4th. It's the 7 Years War Convention, and it is in South Bend, Indiana, better known, of course, as the home of the greatest university in the world, the University of Notre Dame.
For those of us who are Georgetown graduates, the other Catholic school.
I can't believe we're even sitting on the same couch.
It is. Right? Well, I know you feel uncomfortable and you feel you should be sitting behind me, but that's that's how it is. Another one coming up that's actually in the same neighborhood is Little Wars. Right. No affiliation. It's going to be held April 23rd to 26th in Lombard, Illinois, which is a suburb of Chicago. It's a great convention. It's one that I've always wanted to go to, and in fact, I'm actually trying to move a few business commitments to see if I can get out there, because I've heard great things about it.
Yeah, that is the flagship convention for HMGS Midwest. And then, of course, we would be remiss if we didn't wrap this up by mentioning the granddaddy of all historical conventions,
Historicon.
Historicon.
And that's going to be held this July 8th to 12th in Lancaster, PA, in the downtown convention center. That's where they held it last year, which I thought was just a superb facility.
Yeah, it's an incredible spot. If you didn't get a chance to come, you can check out our recap video and see some footage of what the facility looks like. Our club is going to be there. I'm certain that we're going to be running a lot of games.
I will be running a fairly large series of Napoleonic games. Last year I had about 3,000 figures on the table. This year I'm gunning for 5.
Now I do feel badly sitting next to Miles because I am in his shadow. He is an award-winning game master.
Yeah, you just paid money and they give it to you, so it's not that's not that impressive. But Historicon is a great event. It's one that if you're serious about gaming, you should really try to go to. It's one that I always look forward to.
So those are 5 different opportunities that are coming up in the next 6 months where you could meet other players in your area, in your region, to play historical games, role-playing games, board games. We really hope that you'll have the opportunity to get to at least one of them.
Excellent. Well, that's it for now. I can only end this meeting with one important point. Hoya Saxa.